Welcome back to Cord Cutting Today, where we break down some of the biggest stories happening in the world of cord cutting, including today, Target is getting out of the DVD business, mostly. We'll break down what that means. Is this the death of DVDs? We'll tell you in a little bit. Fubo gets a date in court for its fight with Disney, Fox, and Warner Bros. Discovery. We'll see how this plays out, but it's in time for them to possibly get an injunction to prevent the launch of the new streaming service. And Nexstar is deciding not to renew its CW affiliates for a bunch of TV stations. We'll tell you which ones and what's happening there and where they may move here in a minute. First though, if you want to learn more about these stories, I'll put a link to each story in the show notes down below and in the first pinned comment. You can find them at cordcuttersnews.com down there. Also, if you're new here, do me a big favor, hit that subscribe button, hit that thumbs up, let YouTube know you enjoy what we do here so YouTube recommends our videos to more people, helping us grow and hopefully helping you break free from the high cost of television, but still watch the shows you enjoy. All right, let's dive into it. For some time now, DVDs and Blu-rays sales have been plummeting, and now another major retailer is walking away. Target has decided to stop selling most of its DVDs and Blu-ray discs out there. Now, they will still sell brand new, probably major titles for a limited period when they're first new. They say also seasonally they may carry some DVDs, but the big aisles and aisles of DVDs and Blu-rays and TV seasons are becoming a thing of the past. This follows Best Buy completely walking away from Blu-rays and DVD sales in their stores, and Netflix last year shutting down its DVD.com, its DVD by mail program. It's no longer available. Now, what's happening here is increasingly people are moving to digital media. Physical media is becoming a thing of the past. And because that, stores have a limited amount of square footage and they want to put items there that are most likely to be sold and get a high return on the square footage they're using for them. It seems increasingly stores like Best Buy and Target now are deciding it's not worth it. Even though Target won't 100% stop selling DVDs in stores, the selection is going to be much smaller. It's just going to be a collection of current and new movies, and maybe around like the holidays you may see some others out there. Now this continues to push Walmart into becoming one of the few large sellers of DVDs physically in stores from a major big box retailer. Not the only one, but increasingly DVDs and Blu-rays are becoming less and less common. I know there's a lot of people very dedicated to them, but question for you. Do you still buy physical DVDs and Blu-rays, or do you mostly rent digitally? Leave me a comment. Let me know. That's the question of the day. And what do you think the future is of DVDs and Blu-rays? How long do you think they'll survive? Let me know. All right. Fubo has been suing Fox, Disney, and Warner Bros. Discovery over its new sports streaming service. It's asking for an injunction to block the sale or the launch of this streaming service later this year. And they're getting a court date that should come just in time before the hearing. On August 7th, Fubo will get a date in court for a preliminary injunction against Fox, Disney, and Warner Bros. Discovery from launching a sports-only streaming service that will offer things like FS1, ESPN. Fubo is arguing that they're being unfair because Fubo wants to do a similar service, but Disney won't let them. They say if you want ESPN, you have to also offer the Disney Channel and all these other Disney-owned channels. You can't just do ESPN. And now Disney's going and doing exactly what they won't let others do in launching an ESPN, Fox Sports, FS1, etc. type streaming service. We'll keep a close eye on this, but Fubo is getting a very aggressive push on this. We'll see how it plays out in the court out there. But this will come just in time before the anticipated launch of this service, in time for the college football and NFL season. We'll see if it happens. All right, if you are a fan of the CW network, Nexstar has decided not to renew CW affiliates owned by the Scripps Networks. This means Detroit, Miami, Norfolk, and other stations are going to be losing their CWs. Now, 2 of them have already found new stations, but the rest will be looking. Now, the current contract runs through September 1st or to September 1st. And with that, at that time, they'll go dark. Now, it's a lot of time. I suspect that between now and then, Nexstar will find new partners. 2 of them in Norfolk, Virginia and Lafayette, Louisiana will be moving to Nexstar-owned stations. Now, Nexstar is the new majority owner of the CW. And with that, they've been trying to move CW local stations to ones owned by Nexstar. So we'll have to keep a close eye on this because Nexstar has been very aggressive. But for some reason, they say, quote, we decided not to renew our contract with Scripps. My guess, educated opinion here, we'll call it, is that probably Nexstar said, hey, we'll renew most of them, but these two, because they're in an area where Nexstar-owned stations can offer it, we won't renew those. Scripps didn't like that. They went back and forth, failed to reach a deal, and Nexstar decided just not to renew any of them with them. But with that, if you live in one of the affected markets, you will have your current CW until September. No instant cutoff or change there. Next up, Netflix reported its earnings late last week and added 9.33 million new subscribers in the first 3 months of 2024. Very strong grower numbers, though they were kind of cautious about future growth. And Netflix announced that they will stop announcing subscriber numbers in 2025. Other streaming services have done this, including DirecTV Stream no longer gives its subscriber numbers officially. But with this, Netflix added 2.5 million subscribers in the United States and Canada, and the rest came from around the world. Good numbers, especially once the password crackdown. They've continued to see steady growth and good development there. The problem here is Netflix is running into what many services get when they become mature. The ability to see these skyrocketing growth becomes harder and harder because more and more people have all the streaming services that they want. So instead, Netflix is saying, hey, instead of focusing on our subscriber numbers, which doesn't necessarily create revenue, we want to look at, our profitability, our revenue, those kind of numbers, instead of just saying, hey, we added 9 million subscribers. But what's our bottom line? What's the revenue we're getting in? What's the profit we're making? And that's what they're encouraging investors to look at. We'll see how investors play. Initially, they were a little skeptical about the slightly down future forecasting, but we're going to keep a very close eye on this. Look for more streaming services to walk away from the ever-popular subscriber number. Like I said, you see things like Disney Plus and Paramount Plus adding tons of subscribers, but still losing money. Instead, Netflix is saying, look at our profitability, something not a lot of streaming services cannot say. But for now, for one more year, we're going to continue to get subscriber numbers until the 2025 cycle when they'll move to no longer report that. I don't believe they're legally required to. Actually, I'm pretty sure they are not. I know that question will come up. And obviously Netflix believes they're not legally liable to do that as a publicly traded company. It's more about things like revenue and the others that they have to report. Last story of the day, or last deal of the day, before we get into our question of the day. Tableau's new 4-tuner over-the-air DVR is now for sale on Amazon. This is the 4-tuner version of the 2-tuner one that's been on sale on Amazon for some time. This will allow you to record up to 4 programs at once with your antenna and stream them over your home network, being able to watch them on multiple devices. Very nice deal. Currently for sale for, I believe it's $139 and change, or somewhere in that range. I don't have the number in front of me. Now available on Tableau's website and Amazon, joining Best Buy where it was originally an exclusive for a limited time. All right, let's get into the question of the day. Every day I try to answer 1 or 2 questions, either here or in the comments. If you have a question for me, leave it. Start off with something like a question for Luke, so I know it's a question you want me to answer. Now, if I don't answer it, re-ask it, and I'll do my best to answer it. Today's question is about Comcast's new $30 a month prepaid service from last year. Or last week, I should say. Comcast is launching a new discounted home internet. I believe it's $30 or $40 a month, depending on what speed you pick. And the best part is there's no data cap. And that's what brought the question in here. Why would Comcast have a prepaid unlimited plan when regular services have data caps? 2 reasons. Money. The regular services come with some additional benefits with it. You also get, for example, their home network gateway on both of them. But the one you can get through Comcast is a little bit nicer. They try to push you into a higher unlimited plans with this. Now, the big thing here is the prepaid plans are slower than the postpaid ones. The current plans that Comcast offers for Xfinity Internet are significantly faster than the ones that are the prepaid unlimited. Honestly, though, the unlimited ones are fast enough for most people and will allow you to stream Netflix, Hulu, Amazon without problem, honestly, I believe. Now, the real selling point here is the unlimited data. Be able to watch all the streaming content, never worry about hitting a data cap or having a fee with that. I think these are becoming a things of the past. Comcast is looking at the rapid growth of T-Mobile home internet and Verizon home internet and saying, oh, man, it's time for us to go and respond to that with our own streaming or with our own internet service for all these cord cutters looking to save money on home internet. Now, I suspect in a few years, data caps will probably become a thing of the past. Data caps are something that places could do when they have limited competition. That's no longer the case. Now that there's competition, data caps, I think, will, not immediately, but someday become a distant memory. Hopefully. Well, that's it for today. I hope you have a fantastic day. I'll be back again tomorrow with another video. Take care. Be safe. Take care, everybody.